Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we're talking about the 50th to the 41st best games of all time based on 2,121 board game reviews as I started doing at the beginning of the year. Now, as you might have noticed, it's now December. I've had many requests to say why on earth and what has happened to the rest of the list, where can they find them, and crucially I've just been putting out up to 7 videos a day daily since I started doing the rest of this list. So if you want to see the rest of that top 100, check out my various playlists for that. Check out the How to Set Up Play and Review playlist, etc. I've now been almost up to 2,500 board game reviews, but hopefully you do find this of interest and you look forward to subscribing, hitting the notification bell, letting me know in the comments best on YouTube, and checking out the 2024 list when I make it next year. So what do we have initially? Well, a bit of a change over prior years possibly. We're starting off with the promo card, which I just think really enjoys and livens up the game, and that is for Terraforming Mars, and that is the Small Asteroids promo card, which is a very bizarre name when it translates through, because for some reason it's in, I think, Cyrillic or something like that. But next up we have a game which is very similar to another game I'm playing tomorrow, which is called Watson and Holmes. Watson and Holmes is a great game whereby you are playing as the detectives. I say detectives because of course Watson is fantastic as well, and hence why we're playing as Watson, I believe. And what we're doing is going around Victorian era Edwardian London, and what we're looking to do is go pretty much like worker placement to a certain spot, make down tons of notes, and figure out what might be the motive, the weapon, the location, that kind of stuff. Very interesting. I've played the first 9 of the 13 missions, keen to play those final 5 or so. But next up we've got Sushi Go Party. Now, I do prefer Sushi Go. However, if you want to play more stuff, you can check out my video for Sushi Go Party on the channel. 8 different options compared to just 1 in terms of how you can mix stuff around. Much larger tin. Based on space, it is very effective, but that is Sushi Go Party at 48. The next one is another kind of reimplementation, and that is Strupel and Strop, which is basically stacking stuff. This is my favourite game I played over at SPIEL.digital, which you can find my SPIEL.digital playlist for last year, 2022. It is very much like the game Patchwork. Check out my various videos of Patchwork on the channel, including Patchwork, Patchwork Doodle, Patchwork Express, Patchwork Lite, and also the Valentine's Day edition of Patchwork. This one though is basically us moving stuff around. I played it on a play mat in a special German design table. I can't remember the name of the company, a 4-letter long with an umlaut in it. Very enjoyable. It was just nice to play something that you generally understood and played before. So I remember watching a video prior to playing it and very much enjoyed it. But next up we actually have a game I can show in person. It's a Ravensburger edition of the original edition of The Quest for El Dorado. So this is a game whereby you are deck building by Dr. Rainer Knizia. Check out my playlist for him. I finally actually met him for the first time. That was one of my quests to try and meet him at the Essen Fair this year. And I got a coin from him as well, which is fantastic. So yes, that is one of the highest rated games he's ever made, according to everybody else. He's in the top 2, and it's definitely in my, I think, my highest list for him too, but we'll find out. And next up, another game I can show in person. Now this is the first edition, this is the Schmidt edition as well. More games from Spiel on their way. This is the Quacks and Quin. Of course, I went here last year as well. You can see me on Instagram to check out over the description on YouTube to see me chatting about it. This is the folded space insert as well, which saves 20 minutes of setup time as well. Includes the promo, so check out my promo playlist as well for Wolfgang's Workshop. And I am getting more stuff from them, including to do with Quacks, including I think the junior version called like Quacks and Co. But interestingly, I think they're different designers by Inka and Marcus Brandt, which are some of my favourite designers of all time. Got a game right in front of me where this is actually being filmed. Next up, we have got 1 week Ultimate Werewolf. I very much like the more strategic version of this. I do like the original very much, but it's nice to see over 7 days how can you go from being a certain character, so you might be a different character and not realise it, but it's over many days whereby things occur. So I might have a video for that too. I definitely do have a video, a written review. And next up we have got Lost Cities, so check out my video on the channel now for that. I borrowed that from Mike, and very happy with how I've made that video, including the expansion. Again, that's actually another game by Rainer Knizia, so there we go. I've already broken my duck with El Dorado. We've got 2 Knizias in this 10 list. And next up we have got, for some reason, Hive Pocket and not Hive, which is interesting because Hive has been in my top 10 list for prior years. But here is the original, not Hive Pocket. I do prefer Hive over Hive Pockets. This year I think I chose to just remove games which are a bit like duplicates, and for some reason I just went with Hive Pocket because I guess when you average between the two, that's maybe where I'd put it, but it's much more portable. But I just think that's a better table present, having the nice chunky pieces. So the final one to round off the list is another deck building game. I think it's the best pretty much in the genre, and that is Dominion. There may be another game coming up on this list, but in terms of competitive deck builders, I think Dominion is the game that kind of started it all off. It's by Dominic X Vaccarino, or Vaccario, depending on how you want to say it. I think 2008 is a fantastic year for board games. I think it beat Stone Age for Game of the Year, which again has been very high on this list previously as well. And speaking of Stone Age, I should be getting some Meeple stickers, so pimping that up. So hope you find that of interest. Please do let me know, as always. Check out the discussion over on Facebook, via the description in YouTube. You can obviously support the channel via Patreon. There's occasionally competitions via the links on Linktree, but they are time sensitive to disappear. There is something coming though, and there will be a further list obviously coming very soon. So for now, back to the table.